What is up, everybody? How's it going? Adam, aka Risen Guy, aka Risen, coming back at you. We are here with episode or session 18 of the Strife of Aradiel. Unfortunately, we do have two players out tonight. That would be Ragnar and Finvar. Ragnar, I don't know if anybody's heard from Ragnar so far, so maybe he'll pop in later. I know one other time had some internet stuff going on, so maybe that's it. If so, if you are listening somewhere, Ragnar, we're here. The Var and the Nar, I get it mixed up every time. But otherwise, yeah, we should still have a fun session coming at you tonight. Gonna have to mix things up a little bit since we got everybody out, but we will, as always, make it work. Yeah, and then on my end, as always, please feel free to go over and check out some of our other stuff. I'm trying to be more consistent on TikTok, which I'm not doing great with, but I'm trying. We did finally get all of the previous episodes, so everything up to this point is all loaded up over on YouTube. So go over there if you've missed any sessions; they're all there. And ooh, I saw that. I need to move that alert there. That's a little off screen. But hey, thank you so much, Plum Daddy. Appreciate it. And go back Snowball. Congratulations for that gifted sub there. And for everybody else in there with the gift with the subs and everything, we already got a hype train going on before I could even get in. That's crazy. Yeah, you guys are doing too much already. But yeah, I was saying I am anybody. If you come through here and you enjoy our games and you think, hey, that demented person right there certainly seems like somebody I want to have an imaginary life in their hands, then I'm now over on startplaying.games. Go over there, check it out, Risen Gaia. And I'm waiting to get there's a bit of a long approval process they got going on there, how that stuff works. But I'm working to get everything set up. And the plan is right now I'm aiming for a game going. It'll be Wednesdays at 8 a.m. my time. I know that doesn't work for everybody. Kind of got to fit it in with what works best. And if I start getting some of those ones filled, then it justifies me setting aside blocks for, wider windows and stuff like that. Because eventually the goal is, you know, just take that over. Because unfortunately, your boy did have some bad news this week. I was let go from my work, so I'm looking for new work at the same time, trying to get some new stuff rolling. So, and yes, Plan, I am demented. Now let's go ahead and get our players in here. What is up, everybody? Let me check I just want to make sure I didn't miss Ragnar coming in there. All right, got everybody up there. What is up, everybody? How you doing?
Hello.
What's up?
I need to set up some backup screens. A lot of wasted real estate going on here. All right. Dude, really? Yeah, really. It's a whole thing. I'll talk to you about it later. Plan like hit me up, man. It's the most ridiculous nonsense. Your boy was done wrong, but I'm a millennial, so I'm used to it, man. Y'all don't want to get me started. Y'all gonna make me crash out on this stream right now, and I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. What's that? I'm not gonna do what everyone thinks I'm gonna do, and freak out, man. All right. Now,
Don't make the damn crash out.
don't make me do it. I'll do it.
We're the ones that are at his mercy tonight.
Yeah, that's right. You guys want to get me going? All right. So, from where we last left off, you all had made your way out onto the sea, and after presenting something miraculous to the leader of the Selkies, of the merfolk, which was a little piece of mithril, which they were absolutely amazed by. They had not seen such a magical metal before, but it got you access down into the lower depths here, along with some gifts that helps you to survive under the surface, time to breathe and move underwater freely. Sinking down in there, got a little bit more information on the ossuary below, which is where you are eventually headed to try to reclaim the next piece of the artifacts. But you also heard some information about the previous sort of adventurer, more of a architect, archaeologist of sorts, who was the last one to go down there and known to return. And that's pretty much where we left it off. So let's go ahead and let me get our waves going. All right. And what are you all up to?
So I think Jasmina is at the Silky Pillar. Not sure.
Yeah, if she's been there before, I don't know. That was 80 years ago. If she's still alive, but she's probably the best person to help us find out some more information about what we're getting ourselves into, right?
Yeah.
That makes the most sense to me.
Only thing is we just know that she's in the Silky Pillar. We don't really know exactly where, so probably have to ask around. Hey, where did Ragnar and Finvar go?
They may have swam off.
You know, the of the group here, they are the two most likely to just wander. So, who knows what they're currently getting up into?
I have an idea of what Finvar might be up to.
He's somewhere inside of a giant clamshell sleeping,
Exactly.
Yeah.
having already eaten the clam on the inside.
Oh yeah, he's just now sleeping in the corpse of the clam, of course.
Yep, that's it.
Using the pearl as a pillow and
Classic Finvar.
So is Prince? Remind me, DM. Is Prince Ariel in charge of all three cities, or is he in charge of only the Selkies?
So, Ariel is he is essentially in charge of the Selkies, though they are the kind of the dominating sector of the societies here. There's a bit of a power struggle that may take place between all of them, but at the moment it seems that the Selkies are currently on top.
Okay, so at least we're not walking into hostile territory if we try to seek out Corlen.
no, because we do have the prince's patronage. to be down here.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I guess we start where we always do. Just find some sort of tavern or an inn, ask some questions of where Jasmina could be.
Stumbling around blindly like we always do. Yeah, sounds good.
The bumbling trio today.
Yes. Do all of that. All right, so which way are you
Follow the
guys
spiral down.
Towards the Selkie Pillar.
Yep.
heading? All right. So leading off a bit there, and again leading over towards the Silky Pillar itself there. One second. So again, this pillar itself has a kind of a pale blue coral to it with all these mirrored shells that gather on and give it this little kind of glimmer to it. It's made conch shells and everything, making this up wall shimmer with those moonlight hues as you all get closer. At the top there, you can see where it spirals up towards the surface, kind of reaches up almost a little circular, some kind of a more majestic structure at the very tip of it, and the depths go further and further down before they spread out, seem to connect with the actual very deep ground as far as the depths actually go. Making your way into the area there. Now, this whole place, it's all kind of, it's a good way to describe it. The homes on here, any of the buildings, all look like little pods, almost cones, with a little hole at the top of them. They almost look like vines. The spire itself that hangs down with these little bulbs hanging off of them. From the inside of them, you can see going past any of the little shops or anything like that, any of these structures people are moving in and out of. They seem to swim in through the top surface, and down the center, the taller buildings have holes that go inwards. and they're all built inwards like little spirals, little circles on the inside. No actual stairs or anything, of course. And with the directions you all followed from the prince, eventually coming to the home of Jasmina Corlin. Now, again, her own conical coral here, home on this the silky pillar. It's lit with these bioluminescent shells and strands of glowing kelp. The water flows gently through the openings of the walls, and you can hear the kind of sounds of the faint waves going through it. And you all are approaching it. What are you doing?
Well, who's gonna? I guess we should figure out who should be talking, since the people that usually talk
Our most
decided to
charismatic bunch are wandered off.
wander.
And also, what time of day is it? We don't want to bust in her house in the middle of the night.
So from down here, day and night's a little different, a little harder to tell there. It's less like it's always got a certain kind of darkness to it, except for the areas that glow. But judging by, if you do happen to look up overhead, you do still see that beam of light that seems to come down. That circle of the ring there almost kind of glows like a sun. And then it's halfway kind of passed over and tilted. Judging by that, you're probably about a little bit into the later half of the day. Not quite night yet, but probably pushing closer to 3, maybe 4 o'clock, judging by the angle the light's coming through there. And the light's still yellow, so you can tell it's sunlight.
Okay.
Well, should we? So what should we ask her? Honestly, like,
Well,
do we figure out what this place is? If she knows of,
what to expect when going down there would probably be a good one as well.
Yeah, so what we know is the Vagrip ossuary is at the bottom of the sea. She supposedly ventured there 80 years ago and has some stories to tell. Do we have any gifts in case we want to make a good impression?
I have KB7 if we want to leave him somewhere. No.
Please end it.
Yeah.
we always have more mithril. I'd rather not use all of it just for this. So,
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
but also, I mean, the way Prince Aradiel mentioned, I don't know if many people are eager to listen to our story. Maybe just us being there interested might be enough.
It very well might be.
And of course, this being an underwater city, we were not even sure what she would find valuable as a gift. Anything we give might be a shot in the dark, whether it's insult or it's taken well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can also offer maybe providing more knowledge to her. So I'm sure it's been 80 years. Things probably have changed.
It probably almost come out as a exchange of equivalent information about the surface versus information about the ossuary.
Well, Ira, as the resident druid, do you want to take a shot at talking with her, or
Oh no.
if you don't feel comfortable, I can.
I
Just
am
want to
not.
give you the option.
I am not a. It's a wonder I get along well with people in the first place. I am not a big people person. I will say that.
Well, I mean, these may not be people. These might be sea creatures.
There's a reason I have stayed away from the sea in my long years of life. The sea is not a place that is too inviting for me. I am more comfortable in the forest.
Fair enough.
That's fair. Well, first of all, is there any signs of life or habitation? Or are we walking into a haunted building here? or up to a haunted building.
So, glancing over the inside that opens up and goes down in there, you can kind of see a very pale area in there. Most of the light that shines in from above is kind of halfway cut off to one slice of the room where you can see it looks like nets that are bounding all sorts of things to the walls there, holding them in place. The other side is pretty dark, but there is a little beam, little flicker of light, very faint, with a kind of greenish tint to it, deeper down into the little hut there.
Well, I'll go up to the threshold and find a place to knock as loudly as I can. Not sure how far it will carry underwater, and I'll call out, "Hello, hello."
Hello.
And with that, as knock doesn't really carry much under the water there, it kind of dulls out as it hits the hard, kind of scrapes your knuckles a little bit on the coral there. And then you see a little line of bubbles that comes up from near where that light is flickering there, just around the corner. And you see a little face peek out, long, very long, white, flowing hair beside it. And around the bottom end, you can see kind of cut off in the darkness there, these little faint tentacles that move around the edge of the little corner there before the eye peeks back, looks over, then draws back kind of nervously back behind the little section there.
Hello, we're looking for Jasmina Corlin. Is she available to talk? I'll say in the softest voice I can.
She's available. She's always available. But who wishes to speak with her? Is he with you? Alfred? Are you there?
I'll look around to see if I see anybody else, but I'll say, no, Alfred here. My name is Jasper Well. We are the Moonblades. And we were looking for your stories and your history.
Stories? Who told you of? They know. Do they? Alfred, did you tell them about my stories? Oh, so many stories. If you wish to know them, come in. Come in. You'll let the light out. Come in.
Thank you. I'll give a little half bow and enter.
Swimming further in down the center there, you can see that inside this is it's the underwater equivalent of just a hoarder's home. Again, the things that are strapped to the walls there, going down this little canonical little space there. Each layer is another little tube that the walls are just packed with stuff that are all held on there tight with these ropes that are nailed into the coral that it's all made of. And getting down towards the bottom there, it's all dark. There's all kinds of beads and seaweeds that are growing up from underneath that are all kind of floating freely, making it kind of halfway obscured in there. Still random little knickknacks and things that are stuck underneath it or floating about freely at this point. Tucked away in the back in a little nook there, you can see the yellow glowing eyes and tentacles that curl up and grab on around the edge of it. And she leans forward, her long white hair flowing out. I don't know you. I don't recognize your face. Do you know me?
Only by good reputation. We come under the patronage of Prince Aradiel, who recommended that you may have some stories of your history that you might be able to help us on our path forward. I'll look around looking for maybe a place to sit that's not covered with, 50-year-old newspapers and 157 bottles from Disney World kind of stuff.
I'll look
So,
around, see if I
being
see
under-
an Alfred.
So, as you're looking for somewhere to sit, of which being underwater, there's not really anywhere to sit. They don't really seem to have much focus on like chairs per se, but any spot you pick, there are kind of little hanging nets, more like hammocks that you find here or there that you can go and kind of rest in, to where you just kind of float there a little bit. And while he's doing that and you're looking around there, Torin, no signs of anybody else in the building here. She leans forward again, comes a little bit closer this time, crawling out from her little nook there, her long tentacles going down and still kind of blending in to the seaweed there. You can see that at first they're black, but once they touch that kind of dark green seaweed, they take on that color as well, and the tips of her hair does as well, and she kind of gets a little closer. And who sent you here? Did my husband send you? Did they find you, Alfred? No. Of course not. Of course they didn't. They never could. But they ask for your stories, don't they? Oh, they ask. They ask like you've come now to ask. And then what will you do? Will you mock like the others? Will you shun? Will you offer me no help? Have you come to help or come to point?
We don't know Alfred, but we would be grateful to hear your stories of him and the stories of your adventures to the ossuary.
The ossuary. Vile. She pulls back. You see all the tentacles kind of pull back in there, and they grab on to some of the seaweed there and kind of block the view out further, just keeping her hidden in her little dark nook there. You can see her eye just barely poking out through a little hole where the seaweed floats around it. Why would you want to know of that place? That horrid place. Oh, it still plays in my head. You'll hear it too. Oh. What do you want to know?
When you explored the ossuary, we wanted to know what your purpose was all those years ago and what you saw.
My purpose was what it always was in those days. It was my own foolish curiosity. When my mind had a steadier current, I remember it, I remember when I could think better. Sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. And at that time, I was a very curious sort. Yes, I wanted to know it all. My husband, he was a mighty one. For as dangerous a place as I wanted to explore, he was ready to take on whatever challenge stood in my way, and together, we were going to unlock the mysteries of the oceans. All of them, as far as we could swim. So, how could we resist the allure of a place built before time remembered and still standing. You do know it was built long before any of this, any of us. Back before any record was kept. In fact, it was the old threat that built them. Back in the time of your Ragvar. Long before the merfolk ever came to these reefs. The old stories, they said that was a place where that enemy did terrible experiments on all manner of things. And eventually, when your Ragvar managed to push them off with the help of the merfolk who had made their way to these shores, they did what they could, and from my understanding, wiped out most of those experiments and repurposed that place eventually, making it their own prison for their own twisted experiments. I'll tell you this, the currents down there, they don't move right. They feel wrong, heavy with memories, and then the sounds. No, not mere sounds, the songs. Yes, that's what they were. They were songs, and they still play over and over in my head. They drowned out the thoughts that I try to have when I try to organize them. It picks up the tempo. It drowns out all sense of sanity. But I was sure we could make it. So, we went down. Me, my husband Alfred. We're all just part of a small team. Explorers seeking whatever mysteries and stories and relics that lower vaults of the ossuary could offer. We made it to the gate. We passed it and we stood before my brain only remembers it as a great coral face with 100 eyes. And Alfred, as big as he was just as clever. And he was so sure he had solved it. Set the light red. I don't know what that means, but I remember he said it. Set the light red. And when it opened, we were so excited. But then the moment we stepped inside, swam through, it all just went dark. Total darkness. Something big moved in the dark. It was long as a ship, gliding on this melody that seemed to make the very water hum around us. That song grew louder, and as it came closer, then soon enough it blotted out all light. Even our dark vision failed us. All I could see was shadows moving with the music. As I hid and dragged them all down. And you want to know the worst part? As I hid back and could only see the faintest outlines of them as they were all taken into depths I couldn't imagine. The worst part of it? All of them. Every last one. Even my dear Alfred. They all began to sing with it. And then they were gone. I don't remember what happened from there. I remember they were all gone, but still I could hear Alfred. He spoke in my ear. He said, "Go." And I remember going, and that's it. Somewhere I found something, and it eventually led me here. Oh no, that's not right. It led me then, but then led me here, and now. And Alfred. Yes? Do I know you? You look familiar to me, but... do you know my husband? Did Alfred send you?
No, Jasmina. As Alfred did not send us.
Is this something I can do for you?
You said many people have stopped by to listen to your stories?
Oh, they used to. Is that what you came for, a story? Many used to come for my stories. We would return home from far away, tell of amazing things. Wouldn't we, Alfred? Yes. Those were good times. Then they stopped. It seemed I only had one story left to tell. And after so long, none cared to hear it any longer.
Did the song have a name of the beast that came and took your party away?
No, I can't think about it. Don't focus on it. You can see her tentacles starting to wrap around and grab tight and pull out chunks of the seaweed and everything like that. And she backs off. No, don't. She shoots forward and gets right inches within your face. Don't think about it. And she pulls back into her nook again, changing colors all over her entire self now to where she basically just blends in with the very back of it hidden in the shadows, to where except for her little yellow glowing eyes, she's all but invisible. Oh, and FYI, we do have a memory trigger and Rachel's feeling mean today, so.
Rachel.
But we do got a memory trigger out there if anybody wants to use one.
I'm trying to think of something, but I don't.
I think we would cause her more harm to ask her to remember any more than she's already recounted to us, though. Seems her mind's already fractured as is.
I recall years ago in the library, not a house of healing, one man who delved too deep into some ruin and came to the library with no temple nearby, hoping that the minor mages of the library might be able to help restore his memory or his mind or his consciousness, whatever anchored him to this world. And I remember sitting in the back as a simple guard, thinking that those who lose their attachment to the world and lose their attachment to the loved ones is an amazingly sad time when a beloved elder can no longer remember their face of the grandchild, can no longer remember the names of their own children, and how incredibly, intensely heartbreaking that is. And as I look on Jasmina's face, I say, would you tell me, Jasmina, your favorite memory of Alfred?
That's it's actually quite an easy one. As cliche as it may seem, it was the day that we were joined. Oh, it was truly a tale as old as time. My family did not care for him, but I adored him. Didn't have much then. He was little more than a soldier, fighting off some of the nastier fishes that like to come up the reef side. But that day when he came to meet me, adorned in the finest conches and shells and jewels he could find, and when he grabbed hold of me, and when we sank into the depths there together, it was... I don't think I've ever felt so safe. Every moment of our marriage after that was just an extension of that moment. I think that's when it truly all broke away. It was when he was gone, and for the first time in 170 years, felt like I was let go of just the warmest embrace one could imagine. Suddenly I was left to float alone. You could see a little tear run down her cheek there, then kind of float off, just kind of thicker than the water itself, so it floats up a little bit. She looks at you with her eyes, the yellow doles. You see the pupil kind of come together and kind of focus in on you, and thank you. And then in that brief moment of lucidity, you can see your eyes fade back to that unfamiliarity and that yellow glow retake them. Do I know you? You look so familiar. Did my husband send you? Do you know my Alfred?
We don't know your husband Alfred personally, but we've heard such amazing stories of him.
There are so many. Glad to know they still speak of him.
Jasmine, by any chance, did you write down any notes about what you saw down below?
Just no notes. I don't write much anymore, but they said I wouldn't when I was found. And she goes over and grabs this kind of almost like a book or a tome, but you could tell the pages seem treated with some kind of thick oil, and the actual page itself doesn't seem like paper, but some kind of very stretched out, some kind of skin of some sea creature, and written in some kind of, thick oil paints. And she hands it over to you, and inside of it, not words, not anything to decipher, except for kind of a scribbled, smudged on painting of something that looks like, something that outlines some kind of massive leviathan. And give me just give me an intelligence check, or history, and you can add, if you don't have it already, you can actually history, and you can do it with advantage if you have performance.
What?
I don't have any of those. But
I
I will.
look at the page with Torin, just look at it myself as well.
For sure.
It's okay. I'll use my heroic inspiration. Oh wait, no, that's not. You got to use it afterwards. So I'll
After.
use lucky to give myself advantage on this. And just rolling an intelligence check. Okay, and then I'll. Do I? Yeah, I probably should. I probably should.
Maybe.
I'm gonna use one of my second wind dice to roll a d10 on top of that. So 16.
Okay.
16. All right. So, well, you don't know the actual anything about music. You do recognize what look like some musical notes painted within the kind of the shadows there. It's covered up by other smudges of this thick, oily paint, but you can clearly see some musical notes painted in there as well.
Jasmina, could I have this?
Have what? Oh.
This
Yes.
tome you handed to me.
Yes. She looks up at you and looks down at it for a second on shore and then. Alfred. Shh. Hush. It's okay. Yes, you can take it. I don't need it. I see it anyways. I hear it anyways.
Thank you. Hopefully it can help us. Maybe give you some more answers.
Oh, yes. Answers are great.
Ira, do you have anything before we go?
I would want to lean to Jasper and maybe mention this is very much reminding me of that the village.
Oh no, he's
Yeah, just lost him.
Oh, he said the village in it. Oh no. Oh man. He said,
Torin, do you have any questions before we go?
should we ask her about Blind Step?
Sure.
Should we wait for Ira to get back? Or
I mean, he ran away. He said, He said, village? Nope. I remember what happened there.
well, I'll I guess for the sake of brevity, I'll ask you, does the name Fine Stamp ring a bell, or an older gnome fellow? He was a gnome, correct?
No, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And she crawls out, her little tentacles reaching up, pulling her up the wall. This is the furthest she's come out past her little blanket of seaweed and everything there. She makes her way digging through some of the stuff and then pulls out a very small little figurine there. Looks like just a crudely carved little miniature person with some very strange characteristics on it. Looks like not quite like any of the merfolk that you have seen here. like not entirely dissimilar from them, but not like any that you've seen so far. But then it's got carved into the back of it there the name, nothing else. Gee, I've found this in one of the old workshops they used to have here back during the old times, the truces. And, well, I believe that one has been down this way before. If I understand correctly, he may have had some part in that place. But beyond that, I know not. When seeking further, following those very breadcrumbs is what led to.
You said workshop up here, or you said down below?
Much lower, and unfortunately, you won't find it on the Selkie Spire. Near
Gotcha.
the bottom of the spire itself, on the Spire of the Sirens, is where you'll find that one. But it's not a place I would call exactly friendly to your types.
Well, that's good to know. I appreciate it.
She
Welcome
slinks
back.
back down. What's up, Ira? Slinks
I'm
back
so-
down into her little cubby there.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
Well, gentlemen, if there's nothing else,
That's all I've got, unless Ira has anything.
What did I miss? Sorry.
I asked her about a fine stamp. Turns out there's a workshop near the Sirens Pillar,
Oh.
but the Sirens Pillar is not so friendly to us, our kind of land folk.
Okay.
And I think if I'm not mistaken, the Sea Hag that we saw before, that was,
Most likely the matriarch of the Siren Pillar.
yeah.
No, I do not have anything else to add here.
All right.
Jasmina, we sincerely appreciate the time, energy, and effort you took to share with us your stories of Alfred and your explorations of the world above and below. And we all hope that the currents bring you warmth and safety and all sorts of interesting things to see and touch. Thank you.
Yes, and if you should see my Alfred, then please just tell him I'm still waiting for him, but also don't go down. I can see it in all of your eyes. You might think about it. You might think it's a good idea, but... Yes, Alfred, I'm coming to you. I should really get back to him. He gets so worried without me.
Drift toward the doorway.
She slinks back, and as you all are floating out of there, and Torin, as you're floating out as well, from above you, in fact, who knows how or how long it's been drifting this way, but a little copper coin comes floating right down.
Do I have to say it? I pick it up.
And reaches out and grabs it.
Oh no.
I am the Leviathan now.
Now that I'm thinking about it here, they did technically give me advantage. Now I don't.
Risen, don't leave us hanging here.
Don't hold that.
The forehead speaks all.
So that feels like a good time to go ahead and take a break here. Yeah, I mean, to put my hair back already. Oh my god! All right,
We had to
so
find
we're
something
gonna
to do
go.
today, right?
What's that?
We had to find something to do today, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Lord have mercy. All right, so with that, we're gonna go ahead and take a quick break, and when we come back, we will see just what why did my music stop going through here? Then we'll see just what exactly is going on with that particular little coin there. Who knows? All right. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and run a quick ad real quick. Everybody, if you are new here, just FYI, we do this every hour, or in my situation, because my brain don't do thing good all time. So when I remember, we run an ad. That way you don't have to worry if you are a subscriber, you don't have to worry about it anyways. But if you don't subscribe, don't worry. We don't care. It's cool. Come enjoy the game. We run the ads. That way you don't have to worry, because you are not going to miss a moment because of random little ads popping up. We're going to run those now. Then we'll come right back. And then we'll see what horrible thing that I happen to do to Torin. BRB.
Yeah, no,
All
I
right,
don't
y'all.
guess on this
We
one.
are back. We are looped back in. I didn't even bother with just me scream for a minute, because right now we are gonna stay on what's happening in this moment, y'all. All right. Oof. So to recap here, you guys had dealt with everything down here with Jasmina and making your way out there. Little coin floats down. And right there towards Torin. Torin, you reach your hand out there and grab the coin. The moment you touch it, a little portal opens up wide and sucks you through it.
Whoa!
Now, in that moment, as the rest of you are kind of just even reacting to it, on the other side of it, as you guys are still stuck in that moment of reaction, the other side, Torin, you are flung through, ripping through absolute, seems like the worst freaking water slide you've ever been on in your life. Whoever built this thing was a twisted bastard who had no respect for gravity or the natural forces of nature. And then the next thing you know, you feel almost, it's odd to be in water and feel like a wave of water hit your face, but it's like the water got harder, denser. You smash into it and you find yourself floating in what looks like just an absolute endless sea. Water everywhere, high, above, low. There doesn't seem to be any specific source of like a sun or light. The water seems to have this kind of glow to it that is the only thing that actually lighten things. And then in the very distance, you can hear this. And see this massive figure floating towards you. It's got this almost saucer-like shape to it, but you can only see the very outline of it in the darkness. And as it gets closer, you hear it louder now. And as it gets right ahead of you, and you can finally see it break into your line of sight there, this massive well, the entire bottom jaw of it seems missing, replaced with some kind of massive net around it that it opens up, coming straight around you. You can try to swim away from it. It's massive. Are you trying to make a move? What are you doing?
I'm trying to see if the broom would work. And I'm gonna just go. Best way to go is up.
Give me a perception check.
I'm gonna save my lucky dice. 16.
Nice.
16. So you shift around and you float and everything like that. You kind of let it go for a second. You blow bubbles out and they seem to just gather around you and disperse. Can't find any sense of up.
Okay, towards, shit. Look at my compass. I guess so his mouth is opening, the net's hanging down below.
It is coming at you fast. It is at this point maybe 30 feet from you and closing.
I'm gonna use, I guess in a way, I'm gonna use my, one of my, this probably won't help at all, but it's worth a shot. I'm gonna use evasive footwork. And just, I don't think it'll help me at all. It basically lets me do, not really, it doesn't do anything.
You dance a jig in front of the wheel.
I think I can't.
So let's do this. You're trying to use fancy footwork in an attempt to get away. So let's say we'll use that ability to give you advantage on a dexterity save.
Okay.
And you said you were using the broom, right?
Yes, the broom.
Okay, so you pull the broom out. You're trying to get it to lead you. You're trying to make a quick move here. Go ahead.
Dexterity save. $16. I don't think
16.
I can add tactical mod. No, it's only ability checks.
So with that, you spin it and you burst off there. It lets this little, you can see where the water ripples behind you as you start trying to jet off with it. This thing's still closing in faster. That first snap right behind you comes in closer. It actually grabs on to the bottom part of your boot, but it's still just enough. It's kind of rubbery around the edges somehow. So you manage to pull loose with your broom pulling you onwards, trying to get away. And the thing, you can hear it clinking behind you there with that loud, and it widens again. You can almost hear this kind of mechanical clicking through the water there as it snaps into place there. Keeps on pushing for you. What are you doing?
I'm gonna take this. You said it was like a mechanical sound almost, right?
What's that?
You said it was like a mechanical sound, like almost like
on the jaw. Yeah, when you're looking back at it from where you can see, because again, you don't necessarily need dark vision here because the light, the water seems to have its own kind of natural glow to it for most areas there. So when you look back, you can see it. This thing looks like a massive. Think what's that fucker called? Think the whale from Pinocchio. That massive big front to it, but the whole bottom section is replaced with that mechanical jaw that goes up to the very front of its snout there.
From the Night Tyrant, he had these little grenades, and one of them is lightning.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna throw it at where the jaw attaches, the net jaw attaches.
Ooh, tight throw. All right, go ahead and give me a throw attack there. If you don't have anything for it, and
Not really.
yeah, so just give me a dexterity roll.
Just flat dexterity. Now this is what I'll use luck for. And give myself advantage on that one. Natural 20.
Natural 20. All right. So that thing drifts back, spins back behind you there. You let it go. Perfect timing because the thing opens up. It's getting back towards you again there. The thing clinks against the front of its snout and kind of gets stuck there before loosening and rolling back right over to the side of its jaw. It bursts off, and you can see all that electricity kind of ripple through the water there. And that whole section of its jaw starts sliding down and kind of hanging off, and it tries to loosen it again, and you can hear this grind. And it spins downward a little bit to where now you can see the top of it. And on the back of this thing, you can see built on there some kind of scaffolding and a number of these, not so much fish creatures, it looks like just kind of hard currents of water inside of different pieces of gear. You can see gloves and such holding nets and everything, and water streams, thick water streams moving between the pieces, moving along the side there, getting nets ready, and some of them getting over to these massive things on the back there with the big mechanical net. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Man, this... Oh, heroic inspiration. To reroll that. I'm dumping everything. Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Dang.
All
who
right,
has-
so
Sorry.
everybody loves a veil, and that's crazy.
Oh, man.
That's crazy. I already had one I haven't used yet. So they fire off, just a stream of nets go flying outwards in different directions there. You give the broom there a quick spin and spiral there as it all goes past, kind of closing on around you everywhere but on you, and just snapping. You can hear those heavy little ends to the nets clinking together as they drift kind of nowhere in place there, because again, no up, no down. They just kind of drift into space once the momentum runs out there. Thing turns back again, and then you hear I ain't even doing nothing. I were catching strays over here. All right. But the thing drifts again, and then you hear from the opposite end of you, going off forward in the head, you hear another. You can see another familiar silhouette there in the distance closing in. The one behind you starts drifting downwards. The one above is still, the one ahead, as you can start seeing it a little bit more clearer, you can hear that as its maw drops down. They're both heading at you with just predator-like tactics there. One below, one above, closing in. What are you doing here?
They're coming head on, like straight this, like this.
Straight on.
Sure wish I took Misty Step as a feat. But I didn't. Oh man, I don't really have anything at this point. I'm gonna fly towards the broken one, and gonna fly towards the part of the jaw that's broken off, or swim to it. I guess I should say.
So from where
these
it's at
two-
right here, so here you are kind of going. It's easier when I can see my own camera, so I can make sure you're seeing what I'm seeing. So here, this thing is coming. Right, here's its jaw underneath you, coming towards you. You're going this way, right? And it's kind of coming up. It's got all these guys on its back there trying to launch stuff at you, and you got another one coming in from this side down towards like
Okay.
that. And you're gonna try to spiral under towards the jaw of the other one.
Yeah, the one that's
right.
broke.
Give
Like it's the
me
one that.
an acrobatics check.
See, this is something I'm good at.
It's like a whale riding pirates.
18.
18. All right. So you get it and you grab it and you pull, leaning off that side there, pulling it hard as it spins downward. At a certain point, you can just feel the water. It's pushing so hard, the pressure of it against your back there, as it's trying to resist you, and you're spinning all the way down. You swoop under. At this point, you're coming at this thing over from by the time you finish up. You're coming at it straight off from the side there now. They're still heading towards each other, and you're now dipped under and coming towards the still. Were you spinning towards the functional or the already busted side of the jaw?
The busted side of it.
The busted side. So you
Yeah.
switch over and you swing over to the left side of its jaw there.
Yeah.
All right. And what are you doing there before that? As it's still hasn't had just quite a chance to react to that. What's the next plan there for that?
Hold on, I gotta find my notes real quick. Where's that? have another grenade. And it's got green skulls on it. And I'm going to throw it in the opening of the mouth that I detached the jaw from.
All right. And what kind of grenade was that one?
It said green skulls.
The green skulls. Okay. So, give me another dexterity roll.
Don't forget, we've got Pool of Echoes.
What's in there?
A 6, a 9, a 17,
17.
and a 14.
So using my dexterity for that, right, Risen?
All right.
I would take the 17 and make
17.
it a 21.
21. All right. So, swinging past there, spinning down and pulling it up. Imagine kind of dropping down there as you get right over to it, tossing it in and dropping underneath it, going towards the other side of it. And as it does, it starts to twist. And you can see as you're getting towards it and you're spinning under, that side is coming down further as you're kind of having to drop faster and faster. And then finally, you hear a boom under the water from outside of the corners of its mouth, outside of the net. This cloud of just this thick green chemical, it looks like, mixes all in the water and spins all in there as you're diving down. The other one seems to tilt down towards it and smack right into it there. You're diving further still. They're off behind you. You can see just a big cloud of these things. And with that, as you break away some distance, we're going to snap back over to the rest of the group here. Now, for you all, you watched as he was just pulled and ripped through there. And now you all kind of sit there floating there. This portal still shimmers off ahead of you. What do you do?
Go through.
I was gonna say, I look at Jasper and I just say, let's go. We can't.
Yep.
All right. So, with that, as you all take off after him and swim through it, bursting off, and you guys experience that same thing. As soon as you touch it, you guys go in the same time, shoulder to shoulder, and go through all of this just spinning and just enough to make you sick until finally that extra heavy, thick wall of water hits you and you find yourself floating in that same just vast emptiness. Look around and no signs of anything. You can see somewhere very off in the distance something floating there. You don't hear any sound or anything. You just see a massive something, a massive just something floating off in the distance. What do you do?
Well, I think that's our best clue as to where Torin may have gone when he ended up on this end of that very dizzying ride.
I want to cast. Excuse me. I'd like to cast Locate Object, and the object I'd like to locate is Torin's gun.
Oh.
What's the range on that?
It's only 1,000 feet.
1,000 feet. No signs of him at the moment.
Okay. So I have it up for concentration for the next 10 minutes.
All right.
So I'll have my sonar going for 10 minutes, trying to locate his gun.
All right.
Actually, I'm picturing, like, I'm hearing the submarine sound.
Boom. Yep.
Boom.
What's that? We got the peeps, the sweeps, and the creeps. The what? The what? And the what? If you guys understand that joke, we can be friends. FYI, everybody out there, if you get it. All right, so what do you got? Yeah, what are you guys doing now?
Well, absent anything else around us, Ira, you see anything around here? Anything you can recognize? Other than that, we should check out that thing.
Nothing in particular. It just seems the only landmark would be the large object off in the distance there.
Uniform light around us.
Yeah, the whole sea. So it seems like
So we're deep.
As you get to a distance there, it seems to kind of fade. You just get a certain the water around you seems to glow wherever you are. But it's not as if it's just it's not like being in the sky and just having endless direction every way. After about maybe 100, 150 or so feet, it does start to get murky beyond that.
Okay. Even with dark vision?
At that point, it's beyond the range of dark vision. Anyways.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, 100 feet. Doy. Sorry.
Well, let's see if that floating thing is the remains of Torin.
So, as you all make your way across there, swimming closer in, you can see now this massive beast, this well-like creature. Bottom jaw missing, replaced with some kind of mechanical net there. Platform on its back, all kinds of sea weapons and such, nets and things, but nobody can see aboard. From one side, over on the left, the jaw hangs loose and freely. There are massive gashes on the right side of its body there, and it just floats. No longer does any kind of fluids or anything leak out of it, so it suggests it's been here for a while.
My. This is... I hope whatever got this didn't get Torin.
Nothing on my sonar yet as we approach within 1,000 feet of it.
So, as you're floating in closer to the thing there, you don't get any hints off your sonar, but then you do think you hear something for a second. Kind of shifting around there. Next one comes in far louder this time. You look over, you can see another one of these things now, this time barreling straight for you. Coming in fast. You hear another one. On opposite side, another one. And another one.
So,
We need cover. We need to get to that
oh god.
floating whale or whatever it is. We need cover. Let's move. Move.
Yep.
As you all get tearing in fast, both of you go and give me athletics checks.
I'll use the advantage from the copper from last session.
Oh, nice. I got a 7.
You got advantage from your copper?
Yep.
Torin's copper, death and destruction.
Doesn't
Gas's
matter.
copper, down.
17.
And I got a 7.
All right, so you all are tearing in as much as you can. Despite your armor here, it seems like with no up or down to weigh you in any particular direction, aside from the extra weight of pulling yourself along, you don't have this, the armor isn't dragging you downwards in any kind of way. So you swim as quickly as you can on in that direction, while meanwhile Ira is doing his best back there, but
I told you I don't like the ocean.
Doggy
back there
paddling.
doing his deep sea dog paddle as quickly as he can, catching in there. The other two from different directions there are coming in. They're a bit further off, but that one on the back end there is coming in a bit closer. At this point, it's maybe 20 feet behind you there, Ira. And then you guys hear another sound. Those massive creatures turn slightly away from you all, heading off in one particular direction, kind of off to your right there. You can see them heading that way, almost kind of heading towards each other and gathering up now. You guys are still heading towards that one that's just floating along. And then, Jasper, you get a little ping from your location spell. And with that out of the murk there, you see number of figures approaching quickly. Two of them burst out from the murk, large themselves. These ones looking more like these massive whale shark creatures, firing off their own massive harpoons towards them, and on the back, sitting at the front of one of them, Torin, geared out in shells and a number of different things adorned here. Some of his gear looks slightly altered there, maybe torn, maybe looks like he's been through some battles here. He's even got a little bit of deep sea scruff going on as they rush towards in there. Massive beast quickly making quick work of these other creatures, just gunning them down with these harpoons that smash into them hard, and then they twist. The harpoons blasting off all of them. They spin in before these things lower in there, slowing off and then stopping about a good 50 feet from where you all are. And Torin. So,
How old am I now?
so for you, it's been about 3 months that you've been in here. As you were trying to get away from those last ones there, you had made a valiant effort, but they came close as they circled back on you. But thankfully, one of these things had circled around as well. Now, the people here, there seems to be a bit of a struggle going on. Some more friendly natives around here are much more kind of just defending themselves, doing the best they can. Meanwhile, here in what you know now to be the elemental plane of water, where there are a few who command the kind of power that the water genies who run this area do. You found yourself, what this was a trap. This is one of the ways that these genies like to find their newest servants and bring them in. Little coins lost at sea that once touched bring them right here. And doesn't have the quickest turnaround rate, but you do that for a couple millennia and you're pretty well stocked on people to do your labor for you. Now, you managed to escape that. They brought you in, helped to show you how to manage some of this, and so far, you've been trying to figure out a way out of here. Now, your friends seem to have followed you through that portal, though arriving months later. And in that meantime, you have found that there is a way out of here. But unfortunately, that way happens to be hidden in the fortress of the water genie who rules here. Now, you guys find yourselves reunited. And y'all can take it from there.
Torin,
It's been a while.
It's been seconds.
we came in. You whisked away. We were in maybe a second or two after you. What? How long have you been here?
It's been about, still learning how to read time in here, but about 3 months.
Three months.
Yeah.
Our patronage with the prince was only supposed to last 3 days at most. So how are you even breathing down here?
That's a good question.
I gotta poke holes where I can.
Yeah, right. He went right for that one. Like, so what don't make sense, and how can we highlight that shit? All right, so of course, being here and them bringing you in everything, they did provide you with ways to extend your water breathing ability here, including, in fact, it's a nice little guy. It's a little parasite that actually goes down in your throat, and it kind of works as a gill in there. You suck in the water, it turns it into air, and you breathe the water back out. It takes a little getting used to, but it works.
Well, like I said, we needed ways to breathe underwater. And this little thing right here, it's a little dangly little parasite right here. I suck the water in, he turns it into oxygen. You want one?
I'll pass for now.
Go on.
Where are
God,
we?
48 fucking hours, okay?
We're in the elemental plane of water. So we are no longer in Aradiel.
I'm totally confused because if 3 months passed for Torin, how much time has passed? Maybe we skipped ahead somehow and 3 months passed back home?
Whoa.
Well,
Finvar and Ragnar are
if
doing it in
Oh,
our
no.
absence.
if y'all are saying it took seconds, I've been here for 3 months.
Seconds.
Then I'm guessing 3 months is equal to a few seconds.
We wouldn't have even been gone if we managed to go back right now, type thing.
Sounds like it. So y'all jumped in after me.
Just heartbeats.
Of
Heartbeats
course.
after you did.
We wasted no time. We needed to rescue you after you're teleported away from us.
Well, by my calculations, I should say that it's probably only been a second or two today. So we're aging faster in here than we are in the real world.
What are you doing here? Are you? Who are these people?
Well, these people kind of, I guess y'all saw what welcomed me when I got in here. Probably saw the first thing that I had to deal with, just right over there.
So you're the one who did that to that.
I don't know. I kind of just threw things at it and ran. I don't know if what happened to it, but
Fair enough.
I do know that I did dislodge its jaw. And I have been spending all the time that these people have saved, once they saved me, I spent all the time I've been here trying to find a way out. And I think I may have found something.
You have.
It's not going to be fun.
Oh no.
So it seems that there is, I don't know much about genies, but maybe Jasper, you could enlighten us more on genies, but apparently that's there's a water genie in a fortress that is basically guarding the way out of here.
So you've been pressed into service. Are you a slave?
Am I a slave?
You are not. So the Jinn who runs this part of the water plains here, that's their intentions. But who you have happened to find yourself with, the Janusu, they're similar to kind of Genasi, though much more finely in tuned with the water plane and everything, and natural natives here. And they are not, they themselves were once the slaves to the Jinn, but having risen up and kind of escaped their ways and becoming more difficult, they don't tend to try to gather them. They are at kind of an endless war with them, but the oceans are so big, they don't always have to interact directly, but the Janusu are so against them and their slave ways that they interfere with them directly as kind of a middle finger to them. They don't like them, so when they can, they interfere. And with that, Plam, you gonna make me feel bad doing this, man, but
No.
I mean, I should ask more questions so with that, there's a little spark. A silver line appears, and this little Fate, pulls up and it looks towards you all, and it
Oh, another one. You gotta put out his misery real quick. Take a shot at it.
It just drowns.
Awesome.
and its little bag floats open and I feel bad even giving y'all that one, but
There's been a few of those here. The locals seem to have them frequently.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if we were going to be safe from them here, because they seem to follow us everywhere, but...
Yeah, no, they just drown here.
starting to think it's y'all. But do let me go ahead and get that D20. If I remember correctly, it's exclamation point D20 should be all you have to do for it.
So,
think that's
Risen, I guess while we're waiting for that,
Yeah.
would I have maybe spent some time trying to figure out how to use a gun underwater? Because being my only source of weaponry here, or would I have just equipped myself with a local armory?
So give me intelligence for your tinkering. Add proficiency. So if
Can
you
I
have something else that
also
would-
take? Can I also take a long rest? As it's been 3 months.
Oh yeah. You've been here for a while, so you have certainly
wanna
had
make sure-
that.
Because I use everything.
Oh, yeah, that's true, you did.
to survive.
All right, and we got an 18, so that means y'all, of course, are getting 2 magic items because we don't want it to be difficult for you. All right, 29 is gonna be. All right, 1 potion of greater healing, which I would recognize at this point.
I'm gonna use my
And-
heroic inspiration for the day to reroll that. It's even worse. It's even worse. Oh wait,
And then
it's
also
wait.
appears a little necklace with a little pendant on the end of it. It looks like a heart with a red gem in it. Shit, no one was in there. You got to watch a fairy drown, bro. What else do you want from me? Like, where else do you get that? There ain't no clapping that motherfucker back to life, all right? They're gone.
Hey, I think we got what we deserved in that
Right.
fight.
I give you cinema.
We got to watch the masterful performance of one risen Gaia.
All right, let's see. And then you guys will get 1,500 silver that pop out and just kind of float in place there.
So 300 each.
300 each, yeah.
I mean, there's 3 out here.
We aren't greedy.
Speak for yourself.
I feel like if y'all are splitting y'all's extras with them, you do you. All right.
So are we taking 500 each, or are we taking 300 each?
We can talk about it afterward. That's fine.
Okay, afterwards. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll just
Yeah.
wait till before I add it. So I rolled an 8, but then I added my second win, which is another 8, so 16.
Did you add your proficiency from your Tinker's tools as well?
Yeah, I made an investigation check, which is
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So took some time, but remind me of something. First off, what's the die that your current your gun currently does?
D10.
D10, okay. And you don't, because you have that feat, so you don't have to worry about reloading and stuff.
Yes.
Okay. So you have figured out how to work it here. You've made a kind of altered version of it. This one managing to, work off of actually more compression than actual explosion, though you have found other uses for your knowledge there. So you've built an attachment for your pistol here, which allows it to fire underwater. But when underwater, it does D8 instead of D10 on the die. And currently, because of the nature of it and the kind of compression to it and everything like that, it does require reload. Your reload feat.
So bonus action for reloading. Or
Correct.
action.
Correct.
Bonus action. Okay.
Yeah, so it'll take up. So yeah, I like that better actually, so that way you can still do your double stuff, but it's going to take that bonus action to reload it in between shots there. But you
Yeah,
can.
so it's
but I,
5 bullets. So
yeah, but I will let you. But I will let you use it in between, like in between an attack and stuff. So you make an attack, bonus action to reload, and then take your
Okay,
extra attack. You can still do that.
Cool. Okay. So I just gotta keep track of that. 5 bullets in it at all times.
All right.
Well,
That was eventful.
so yeah, as you can see, I finally grew facial hair. It took me long enough. Something about the water here.
He's got a very 90s Aquaman thing going on right now.
I think I might keep it.
Well, Finbar and Ragnar are in for a surprise when we get back.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. It's been a long time. So, I guess, so is there like a little place that they meet and everything, like a little town? Nearby?
Yeah. So with that, joining back on your ride there, this well that spins back around and starts heading off, leading. Again, it's hard to say any kind of direction. Things are really navigated a bit differently here, but you've started to learn some of that. Plus, you have a navigator with you on your little ride here. So eventually, you guys do get to it. You can see this. It's almost like a spinning of currents underwater, though. Like, when you see rapids where the water turns white because it's hitting rocks and stuff, so it breaks it all up. It's like water smashing against itself in this spinning big just sphere. So it looks like it's just a white ball of spinning water. And as you guys get closer, a section of it opens up to the calmer seas on the inside. And as you get inside, you can see constructed from, looks like, the way things work here, it's almost hard to comprehend at some point. A lot of things that are built are from things that are kind of ripped out of the other worlds and stuff, debris and drift and everything like that. But some areas are just like hard water in a certain sense. Some places almost look like they've kind of crystallized over into ice. So it's very much a kind of clashing of different elements here from water itself. But going in and lands in there and lets you all off. And just let me check one thing here. All right, we got some time before the next ad there, so whatever you guys plan to do from there.
There's a tavern not too far. We could maybe plan. They call it the Current's End. So maybe we can sit there and chat for a bit. Maybe plan how to get out of here.
That would be good because it seems like we're gonna have to sneak into the genie's area.
Yeah, let's sit over some drinks, but I am fascinated to figure out how you drink ale underwater. Or even how you brew.
That is also a good idea. That is also piques my interest.
So you know how like oil and water they separate. So they somehow have manufactured like a lid that keeps the ale underneath. And you basically, once you turn it upside down, then it starts pouring once you kind of like vacuum it. So you kind of make sure you Put your yeah. Stop right there.
All right, and with that, cut to moments later as you guys are actually inside of this L. They come over, they set the drinks down in front of you, and what he said was simply the least alarming description of what it truly is, as it is something wrapped over these glasses here, these little containers, but it's less of a kind of a wrap. It's more of a, looks like a chunk of gooey jellyfish that pops over the top of it. On the inside of it, a very thick green liquid in there.
It's tough at first, but you get used to it.
Yes.
All right, looks gross. Tastes
It
good.
is.
Drinking it?
Yeah.
So
I'll
when you
drink
take
it.
it and set it there, again, this thing, not as dead as you might have expected, as once you lean it back a little bit towards your mouth, it seems to pop off. All the goop goes on the inside. It folds in this little ball of goop that and almost just explodes in your mouth there. Like,
Catches you off guard the first time.
this
Giant
is
bubble tea.
No kidding.
exactly. It's like a combination. If someone took boba, filled it with vodka, and on the other end, they're injecting it with like liquefied seaweed. It is strong. It is very strong. When it hits, it's almost like medicine when it coats your throat. It's like,
How much information would I have on this fortress?
so at this point, as you've been here and kind of, of course, first arriving here, this is very much a, excuse the pun, but fish out of water type story here. Getting used to everything, but over time, as they did eventually, because at first you're a stranger. They saved you because they don't like what the Jinn do, but it doesn't mean they trust you or anything like that. So when they bring you back here, it was very much people staying away from you. It wasn't until eventually kind of proving yourself a little bit. You're taken out on some excursions to help save some others who were pulled through and everything like that. And with that, you've managed to gain some respect here, hence being able to take out a ship there. They had gotten some warning. They do have a way to see when that rift, because of the time frame that it takes from when someone goes through it to when someone actually pops out the other end. Because of the time difference there's enough time for them to generally know that it's coming and start heading in that direction. So, but you have pretty well integrated yourself into society here. You're not exactly general of the army or nothing like that, but you are certainly more of a respected kind of. I would say if you were ranking somewhere, be like you're more like a respected commander at this point. You've shown your capabilities that much. Plus, along with working on your own pistol, it's through some of your technologies where they've helped them to develop these exploding harpoons, which have been extremely useful, as you can see.
What he said.
I don't know what to do with y'all.
Well, it sounds like you made a name for yourself here.
It was definitely tough. There's a lot of people that have run into the same experience I did. So it's and it's all this water genie. It's all his work.
Well, obviously, you are really far away from the Silent Shadows right now. Do you want to go back? And I'm
always hated
looking
water.
closely at his face, see if I can get any sort of insight as to see if he's telling me the truth or not.
Oh.
You try to make me roll another character.
God damn.
I don't know yet. Definitely is more comforting here. Although there, in a way, there is kind of a similar thing going on with the Jinn. They, I mean, it's almost like a rebel force in a way, if you think of it. But yes, it definitely does feel nice down here. So I don't know yet. But for starters, that water genie might give me the answer if I want to or not.
Do I think he's telling the truth? Do I get any sense of deception?
All right, are you being, outside of the thing here? I mean, are you being deceptive at all there, Torin? Is there anything? Does he need
It's
to
a
roll
player versus
anything
player
to
check, right?
see if his player's picking up on it?
Do we roll? No, no, he was being honest.
Now, whether or not Jasper believes that,
I have pretty good insight. Well, I trust you. I trust what you say. I don't know what's happened to you over the past 3 months. I would hate to find our way into a fortress, and you decide at the last minute that maybe this isn't, maybe this is a good place to hide out from the silent shadows. But if you say that you know how to get out of here, I got a mother and father, and I've got a couple sisters back home that, if it's been 3 months for me or not, I don't know, but I don't want to leave them.
I understand. But I don't have nothing back home.
All right, put my faith in you.
But we'll get you out of here at least. And then I'll make my decision then.
So what's the way out? Is this a portal? Is this a beseeching the jinn, or?
Well, it's going to be tough. It is a fortress. And the water genie that has been causing this problem for a lot of people, that's his place. So he holds the way out. So that either entails defeating him, taking over the fortress, letting the Janusu take control of it, or stalling long enough to just go through, or take as many people through as we can. Now I don't know if is it a portal? Do I know if it's like a portal, or if it's just like a stone, or like, do I know any of that, or we just don't know?
Yeah. So what you know is that the djinn itself has a portal in his more or less his throne room, where where he hangs out, where he's generally at. So what you need to do is reach that throne room, which at this point you all have more or less planned as a absolute assault. The people here have agreed to help you with that, so at your guys' whim, they're ready to engage in a full assault there. And of course, you all can make any adjustments or make any personal plans as you would like. Now, while they take a second to do that, I think it's, we got a couple of seconds here, but yeah, in just a second, we're going to go ahead, take a break, run that final ad there, and then we'll come back and see what happens, see how this all shakes out. BRB, everybody. And again, if you're new here, we do this every hour, so that way you don't have to worry about any kind of ads, just to make sure that you get to see every moment of gameplay. And yeah, we'll be right back. All right, everybody, we are back, and I think they've had some time to think about the decisions they've made and how they've led them here. Will they learn? You all know far better than that. That doesn't happen here.
What's
But
learning from our
what's
mistakes?
learning? What? Magic school? What?
We never make mistakes. Every decision we make is flawless.
We don't die, we nullify. All right. So, with that, at this point, as all that there really is are the preparations and such, and whatever alterations to the plan you want to make. Now, Torin, as far as you know at this point, they have plenty of wells that they're going to send with you and a nice, heavy, essentially an army that's going to be backing you. They're going to push in, hit hard, hit fast. Right at the center of this kind of deep sea citadel is where you find the throne room in the portal home. Now, it's really up to you as far as how you want to alter that plan there in any way. You guys have any strategies or anything, any ways you want to approach this, and we'll adjust it from there. Again, you do have some sway with them, and they are backing you on this endeavor.
Torin, you know this Jin far better than we do, but and I've never met a Jin, but I've met a bunch of folks who call Jin their patron, and from what I know, those are creatures who can fundamentally alter reality around them. So I would hate to find ourselves in a throne room fighting against, or at least trying to distract even somebody or some creature that can do that to reality. Is there any way we can distract it or make sure it's out of the throne room so we're only battling its lieutenants, or any way to avoid that situation?
Would I know if he has any sort of like just arch nemesis that is part of the Jin group?
So,
The genie, water genie.
give me a history check.
Okay. I am not good at this.
I believe in you, Torin.
Oh, that was 15 that turned to 5, so 6.
So, you know that the specific Jin that's here, the type that lives on this plane are referred to as Marid or Marid, however you want to pronounce it. But as far as any Jin that it's necessarily opposed to, not that you're aware of.
I was thinking, I mean, I've helped arm them pretty well, worked with them a bit to help take down some of these whale things. I guess y'all saw those things when y'all came here for the first time. I was thinking if maybe we could take a little page from my history. Every fortress has a way in and out where people don't always see. Now, I don't know where that is, but I'm sure we could find something. Ira, I don't know what kind of skills you may have that can maybe get us in some places, or maybe we just bust a hole through the back door of it. Maybe try to go through there.
All I can do is make us a little more stealthy. I don't necessarily have anything else. If you think that would work.
It definitely would help. However, is there a lot of people that want to go home in this place? Well, a lot of people that felt the same.
So at this point, a lot of the people who are going along with you on this this attempt here, a lot of them are, travelers from other planes. Not all of which are from, the normal plane of reality and things like that. You have creatures from some, you've even seen some from the far realm here, though they don't last long, as they're not quite as easily mixed into society and everything like that. They don't play nice. And then, things from the fire plane here. It's been said that they only lure them here as a joke. That's kind of them just being
Oh
dicks.
my god.
Because once they appear, they sizzle out. But
Jesus.
yeah, other than that, there are a number of different creatures that are there. Some of them, you know, so how do you pronounce that? Sahugans, and a couple of different fish people, some merfolk here as well.
So, I hate to say it, we're not the only ones that want to leave. So,
Sure.
in order to get all of these people back to their homes too,
Well,
maybe we can find a few to join us. But I'm sure there's some way to maybe not fully defeat him, but maybe weaken him enough to banish or send him away.
So it's not a stealth mission. It's an assault.
Yeah.
frontal assault.
Now we can still have the stealth mission. It definitely could help. They lead the frontal assault, maybe draw the leader out. Maybe we can spend some time figuring out if there's any weakness on him real quick in his throne room. Maybe give us an edge. But ultimately, he's going to have to be defeated so all these people can get through. We can't just funnel everybody through behind him. And he won't let it happen.
Well,
For sure.
I'll do anything to get back to the prime material plane, so at least to see my family again. So let's do it.
Of course.
So this is like a stone fortress, right? Or is this some sort of...
So a lot of the
Coral.
physical material here is made up of, you know, chunks of like seaweed and things like that, natural things that you might find grown in the ocean. Some coral and stuff, but it's all really like patched together. And some sections are just kind of that hard flowing water there. The way it flows is oddly, it's almost like just, it's almost like a solid itself, the way it flows so solid. If you press hard enough, push through it and you'll go through. But if you just, you can walk across these little flowing bridges and everything easily if you keep pace.
So, any other ideas? I mean, I think we're very, very limited, especially in our current situation.
The three of us, along with all these other individuals.
If
No.
you can, the only other thing I'd say is if you can get us, you know, outfits, maybe vests or something that are accoutrements to look like you, so we don't look like complete outsiders. Dress us up as you do your crew.
Do we have some of those, Risen?
Yeah, you guys have
Okay.
full armaments there. Essentially, think of it like this: any kind of armor that you may want to choose, they have it on offer for you for this situation, and it is essentially just flavored with all the, you know, made up of chunks of coral and seaweed and shells and everything like that, but still very hard and very sturdy. If you, like, say you were to go for like a scale mail armor, those scales are just plates of seashells stacked over each other and packed in tight and locked together, but very strong.
Well, I can't use heavy armor yet, but I'll take a breastplate if you can track one down for me, Torin. Medium armor.
Scale.
I'll certainly start looking for one for you.
Thanks.
Scale mail for you?
Scale mail, is that medium or heavy?
Medium.
I could take some scale mail.
Oh, we got the finest scales down here. So I will look, see if I can find anything they have requested. I'm sure I'm probably already wearing something close to it.
Yeah, and what you do get, I mean, it's all easily requisitioned there. You get the scale mail for him, which is, like I said, those plates, some of them thick, you know, some kind of crustacean shells, some of them the sea shells and all layered over each other and stacked up and packed together tight. And as far as the breastplate there, it seems to be some thick, heavy chest piece made from partially looks like the jawbone of a shark, partially from the main like center chest bone of a mantis.
Cool.
Here you go. Ignore the smell.
So that would just be regular scale mail armor, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that. And let's equip that over my leather instead of my leather armor, because that is much better. Holy crap! Holy crap! I went up from a 14 armor class to a 17. I can now front line.
So what you're saying is make monsters meaner.
Yeah.
No, I said nothing.
So we've got ways, especially with these harpoon guns that cause explosions, to got quite a few of them on these whales that can maybe blow a hole through the fortress. That being said, are we joining the front, or do y'all want to go on a flanking mission?
I hold no loyalty to these creatures who are sucked here. I hold loyalty to you. On the other hand, you may not feel the same. You may feel some camaraderie. So that's your call.
I've got a coin here that says hell yes.
Keep in mind, just to add into that, if you guys decide to go the stealthy route, you could still do that and take some with you. It's just it might limit how many you can take with you, as the more you take with you, the more difficult it is going to be stealthy.
Well, hey, if we take a few, as long as they can fit in a 30 diameter sphere, that I can fit them all within pass with it without trace.
I'm sure a 30-foot. Oh,
Nice.
I have no idea where it went.
this is a bad day for Torin and coins.
Coins are cursed for Torin.
Back to dice.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it's gone. Okay.
Doesn't that kind of answer itself then?
Yeah. Let's do the stealth mission.
Stealth mission it is.
Where did it go?
We still need the frontal attack to distract, right?
Yes.
And we'll come flanking.
Yes, we'll try to make a hole through, or find some sort of tunnel.
All right. And with that, are you guys bringing any of the other survivors with you, or is it just the group?
I'll bring some of the ones that fought with me a few times, maybe, or went with me on a few missions. Ones that I believe have more skill in that.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, y'all. I just wanna.
I'm so curious where that thing went.
You're not gonna find the coin.
It
Torin.
disappeared.
So
3 months later,
the group that you've actually managed to make some somewhat close comrades with you here are actually 3 drowners. Shark-like creatures who go by Jagged, Rex, and Gil. And the 3 of them, very capable warriors, excuse me, who together you all have taken down dozens of those massive wells and everything there, and have gotten some sense of respect. They are a rough bunch there and clearly respect might over anything. But at this point, you have earned their respect on your guys' mission together as they've seen what you're capable of. Not not the mighty strong man that they are, but still very capable of dealing bloodshed when need be. And they've certainly learned through maybe a tussle or two not to take you on head on if they're not ready for a fight.
Well, guys, meet Rex, Jagged, and Gil.
More of your friends.
Yeah.
They strong like you. They look squishy.
They're better.
We'll see, won't we? Well,
You will.
are we ready to move then?
I think we are.
I think so.
And how are we moving?
So as the frontal assault is going in, we're gonna find the back door. Find some way in, around, to sneak up, and get the jump on either the genie or his possible weakness.
We should
And at
prepare
bare
some
minimum-
mantas.
What was that?
We should prepare the mantas.
Yes. Now, if possible, if we don't succeed, we should at least make the way inconspicuous, so if we need to, we can maybe sneak people through the portal in the future, if this all fails.
Well, if you say so, boss, but personally, we don't care much for the others, but your call.
I know. Brush those teeth for once.
Yes. Brush them in the blood. And he goes walking by. I'll get the manas ready. You tell me when you are.
So, if y'all are ready, I think we're good once he has them ready.
Thanks. So,
Let's do it.
All right. And with that, anybody have any other questions, concerns, anything before we?
how long would it take us to get from here to the fortress? Like-
You guys are roughly looking at with the swimming there would take weeks, but with the jet streams, it'll get you guys there in about 12 hours.
Okay.
I'm definitely identifying that necklace then, the necklace with the heart pendant.
All right. So, taking a moment there to identify that item, that is the Periapt of Health.
Got it. Hey, Ira, this Periapt of Health is a 1-day use to heal yourself and gives you some benefits or additional protections against being poisoned. As the healer, you might consider taking this, because if you go down, we all go down.
I think that would be a very logical decision. Periapt of Health, you said?
Correct.
Okay. And I will
Torin, why don't you take the potion of healing? I'll take the other one.
Which one is that?
The potion of greater healing,
Yeah, I can take that.
just for this fight.
Yeah.
We need all the help we can get.
seems we're gonna need something.
Don't we have one in the bag already?
Yes, but we found a second one, so we've got two.
Okay, so I'll take this one then.
Okay. And I think we're ready.
Yep.
Oh, you think so? So, with that, as you all go and make your way on to one of these massive whale sharks here, and they all start lifting off one by one. By the time you're all going on there, there's a good 30 of you total. Swimming through the oceans here, moving. You can see off ahead of you as you guys got a good 20 minutes that you're swimming outside of the sphere of water there before you see a line of white that seems to streak through the nothingness there that is this watery plain. As you approach it, and as soon as it slips into there, and goes launching off there. Takes a minute there, rumbles a little bit before the momentum kind of balances out, and you guys all, the relativity kind of settles in a little bit, and you guys are okay there. A little bit of time as everybody, you can see all the ships around, everybody preparing, tying things down and such, and everyone ready. Jagged, Rex, and Gil, all of them standing in a circle towards the front of the shark there, punching each other in the chest and getting all pumped up. Oh, we're going home. Just beating the shit out of each other over there for a little while. And then...
Natural reaction. Right before a fight, injury ourselves.
Yeah. And then you guys hear as one of the whale sharks off ahead lets out its yell there. As it slips out of the water there. The rest of you follow behind it. As you do, you can see off in the distance ahead of you, it looks like a massive turtle shell just floating off in the nothingness there. When I say massive, I mean massive. The thing looks like it could be damn near a continent in and of itself there, but a lot of it looks empty. You can see from the distance as you're getting closer, right off in the center, a spire that seems to go straight from the top of it to the bottom of it, connecting through there. As you all are approaching, everyone is raiding, grabbing their weapons, grabbing spears, people getting over there to the javelins and getting them all set up there, the harpoons and everything. You guys approach in, there's a certain silence there. And then you see the shell kind of start turning towards you all a little bit. And there's a boom. And it looks like a ripple of water that comes rushing in everyone's direction. The whales and everything start partying off there and splitting off in different directions. As a massive one of them strikes the side of one of the whale, and it just looks like it just implodes outward and bursts off to the side there. As everything is dipping in, you guys are getting over and manning your own things. It's a number of these massive, they look like squids coming quickly towards you all. Everyone's manning their harpoons. Are you guys just grabbing on foot? What are you guys doing as these smaller fighters are starting to push in towards you all? What's everybody doing? How are you guys interacting
Do we
with
still want
the
to
moment
try
here?
and sneak around this, or?
So right now you guys are waiting for your opening to sneak.
Yeah, okay.
Give it time. Let them clash.
Yes.
Just give it time. So with that, they're all firing off in every which direction there. Two of the whales curve off to the side off ahead of you and kind of block your vision there for a second before they part ways. One of them gets struck down, spins off into the nothing there. The blood kind of murky in the water where it clouds everything out for a minute there. The clash is in full effect at this point. They have far more ships coming towards you than you guys having coming towards it, but you're kind of just spearing your way, javelin straight through it as best you can. Until finally you guys have made it past the actual opening into the turtle shell when Rex walks over. Now or never. And he starts leading you all back towards kind of the back end of the well there, down towards the lower side, just under its little back fin there, where there's a number of what look like large manta rays, that's the word, with saddles hooked onto them that everyone grabs onto, ties themselves in. Ready when you are. Torin, they're following behind you. You say the word.
Let's move in. Ira,
Could I cast Pass Without Trace?
All right. Cast it on them as you guys let go. For a second there, you can see the lines that the mantis are making in the water there before those lines vanish, and it's almost like just a little speck of nothingness moving through the water there as you all start diving in, going low, quickly diving down into the shadowy parts of the shell there and curving under, heading straight up. Above you, you can see just the explosions from your end. Thankfully, they have those explosive javelins that you helped them set up there, Torin, because that's what's really giving them that edge to just push through the way they are. You can see the last little pops, less fiery, more just bubbles of water pressure expanding outwards as you guys continue to skim along the bottom sides of it. Overhead, another group. This one's got looks to be a good 40 strong of the squids flooding past overhead. Everybody give me a stealth check here.
And remember, it does have plus 10 on whatever you roll.
Oof.
And I have disadvantage because of the scale mail. I rolled 2 16s, dirty 20 with the Pass Without Trace of 30.
Nice.
Oh.
25.
25.
Nat 20 for a 32.
Woo! Nat 20. Nice. So,
Terrible.
with that, as you guys tuck inwards there, kind of flip the manta ray upside down there to where the lower belly there, which kind of has a little bit of white along the edges, but the bottom actual belly is gray, so it curves the tips of its wings back, kind of blending in with that shadowy section underneath as you guys are underneath it, upside down, skimming along it, quickly, back and forth, just edging side to side there before tilting back up, flipping back over, and then pulling up at the very bottom of the spire here. You find this little cavern as you guys are circling around it. This seems to be like a rocky, maybe some kind of a callous section of what was once the actual turtle there that's built up, those little tunnel systems burrowing up into it. Following in straight line there, Torin, give me animal handling, leading the pack in.
Wow.
What'd you get?
Animal handling. Wow.
17.
Ooh.
17, nice. So with that, you pull it back there. Everyone falls into formation right behind you in a straight line there, starting off with that beat and kind of just scissoring in together and perfect like a zipper, and then just pulling up. You are in the darkest here. You are. This is essentially think Lando Calrissian flying through the Death Star. You are dodging stones and everything out there, just every which way before finally it bursts open. You can see off ahead of you, there's a section of just what looks like rock. It looks kind of thin. There's almost a light that seems to be coming through it, but there's no way beyond that, only through. What do you do?
So that's tough. Can you say that one more time? Just like you said, there's no light.
So it's almost like imagine it's like you're heading towards a wall, but it looks like a thin wall. Whatever it is, it's not quite rock or anything like that. It looks like some kind of maybe some kind of hard cartilage, but you can see light, kind of almost like if you put a flashlight to your hand, you see something kind of glowing on the other end. So you get a sense that it's not extremely thick, but you are barreling right towards it.
And we're still on the manta rays.
You're still on the manta rays, just
Okay.
flying forward. Or technically, from the position of the turtle shell, you're going upwards at this point.
Upwards. I was going to see if Rex, Gil, or Jaggard had one of those harpoons.
I want to what?
One of those harpoons.
They do. You asking for one? Or are you giving an order?
Give him an order to throw it.
All right. And with that, Rex gives you a nod back as you pull off a little bit, and he spins over and pushes forward, leans back and tosses that forward there. It hits it, sticks into it. He pulls back. You go off forward ahead of him, and it opens up little chunks of this kind of cartilage and bone float past you as you dart through it. Going up, finally, you break through and circle around a little bit there and find yourself in kind of a little chasm underneath here. From what you can tell, you've gone up quite a ways here. And from the blueprints you knew before, you find yourself not far beneath the throne room.
If there's like some sort of stairs or anything going upwards that we would know from the blueprints from this place?
There are tunnels that wraps upwards to it and then opens up directly. You're not sure exactly where, but somewhere inside of the actual, essentially the palace itself.
Okay. We'll try to find the tunnel that maybe goes more towards the back of the throne, right behind the throne.
All right. Give me a survival check.
Man, all this wisdom stuff, and I don't have any wisdom.
Would I be close enough to help him with the survival check?
Yeah. So okay. So with you helping them, because you have kind of a rough rudimentary outline of the layout here, not exact, but as close as you could get there. And with Ira able to assist you there, go ahead and give me your survival with advantage.
2 13s.
2 13s.
Damn.
All right. So with that, you follow the paths quickly there, and then soon enough, as you're circling through these different little catacombs here, because they go off in all kinds of different directions, following one leads you up, and then you hear a loud, booming voice speaking, yelling something out there. Less booming, but very, very loud. What do you mean that they're pushing through? Who's pushing through? This does not happen. Go, send them all. Bring them all to me, before me, to their knees, where they will serve. And you can see there, as you guys are kind of stepping behind what looks like directly into this room here. The inside of this area, you can see through little slits in the walls here, kind of not so much like intentional slits, more like porous little holes that you can peek through, naturally formed. Inside here, this area looks to be made up of, it's very icy, a lot of shards. It looks almost, best thing related to, think it looks like the Fortress of Solitude, just the way that everything is these crystalline blocks of frozen water off in every direction there. And you can see sitting over on his little crystal throne, yelling out these orders there, the Merid himself. And behind him, a large circle where the water in between it seems to fluctuate. It looks like looking at a busy ocean from the top down, like looking at waves from the top there. And that is where we're gonna call it for tonight, y'all.
No. I guess not enough time for a fight.
Yikes.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Ooh, we're gonna cut the music, y'all. It's getting me too excited. Makes me want to fight. Makes me want to fight.
Oh man.
All right. Well,
That was good.
some things certainly went down tonight. That's for damn sure.
Hey, that coin ended up.
Lives up to his name there.
Yeah.
Man, if y'all only saw the notes that I had for tonight, wild.
Wait, you had notes for us to follow tonight?
Follow. If I had any idea of how you guys would follow anything, please. Oh man, what a godsend that would be. You know what's funny is I was just telling my wife earlier before we got going. I was talking about prep stuff. I'm like, oh, I prepped all this yada yada yada. So we'll see if they go that way. They're like, oh, I hope they go that way. I'm like, oh, I don't mind. Like honestly, I am a weirdo to where I will spend hours prepping something, but there's a certain part of me that I can't help but love when people go in a different direction, because then it's like, think fast. All right. But anyways, that was a session for tonight, y'all. Let's see. Why don't we give out some good XP?
Ooh, the goodies.
How much XP do I get for being there for 3 months?
I know. I wish I had a better idea about whether or not you were staying or not.
Give you a boon. A feat.
Very. Ooh. I like that. I like that, Jasper. That's a great suggestion there. I'm gonna take that, and we're gonna give Jasper credit for that one. So everyone is going to get XP, of course, and we'll keep that balance as normal. What's y'all's actual levels looking like right now?
About below 5.5 for me.
Yeah, I'm at 8,500 experience.
Yep, 9,400.
9,400 on the way to
Hey, Jasper,
14,000.
Yeah, we're a ways away.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't give you that much, because then when the other players come back, they're like, what?
What if Torin decides to stay? Is he level 20?
By the time y'all see him again, he will be. All right, so let's say we're gonna give a cool 1,000 XP for tonight's session. We're just gonna give a super because it went so out of nowhere, and I honestly had such a blast running that. So,
Oh yeah.
so yeah, I'm feeling probably too generous tonight. But not to mention, and this is a shout out to Plem, to Rachel. Love y'all, but I can't lie. I had such satisfaction drowning that little Faye. I'm telling you. I enjoyed that.
Real question: how are we gonna make up this fight if there is one?
Oh, good point. When we have 2 more people with us next week, hopefully.
As I said, likely what'll happen there is when things start off, we'll kind of, that first part of it will go towards wrapping this up, and then we'll tie them back together. Because if this looked like it was gonna go on longer, then maybe we'd figure out how to tie it all together. But considering the kind of flow of it, I think it was gonna fit better if it's just kind of, this is something y'all are dealing with, and we'll figure out something special for them as well. But yeah, so you guys got your XP, and then Torin, take a feat. You get a free feat.
Holy crap, he's a fighter. He gets so many feats, and now he's getting another one. Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
oh yeah. We're gonna do. I mean, he's been there for 3 months,
No,
y'all.
he has, yeah.
I can't mentally. I hope everyone's okay with it. I hope no one feels cheated. Y'all,
Nope, it's great.
It's completely, yeah.
don't worry, you guys will get cool stuff later too. But I feel
I
it's
have a very
appropriate.
interesting feat that I was thinking about grabbing.
Oh,
This
no.
actually fits
Uh-oh.
it fits very
Oh.
perfectly.
Is he gonna tell
I'm
us,
gonna-
or is it a secret?
I'm gonna
That's
take
what you-
Fey Touched.
Oh, for the missy stuff that you
Oh.
wanted.
Nice. That could come in handy. Okay.
Nice.
All right. Well, that's
Makes
it for
sense
us
the
tonight, y'all.
Legend stuff.
Thank y'all so much. Thank you everybody who came out and checked us out there. Plem Daddy Not Fair. It is very fair. It is very fair. Everyone likes to see their friends get more power, right? Right? It's like when your buddy hits the lotto, you're proud for him, that motherfucker. But thank y'all for coming
What'd you
through.
roll to cause
Was-
this?
What's that?
What'd you roll to cause it?
It was a 1. I rolled a 1 on that. Yes, I made a
Nice.
joke about getting advantage on that roll, which would have been disadvantage because of the way it works. And then I ended up rolling a 1, and I can't believe that even happened. But yes. So it was a 1. That's the way that. If it's a 20, you get a boon. If it's a 1, you get a curse, and your curse happened to be a middle finger from a whole other plane of existence. But yeah, so everybody came through. Thank y'all so much. Hope you had fun. Hope you had a good night. I had so much fun on this one because that was just in my brand of hectic insanity. Again, check out some of the other stuff. We finally got all the previous episodes up on YouTube. So if you've missed any of them or just want to know where we started, go there and watch the improvements, y'all, because man, sound quality, everything's gotten so much better here. And check me out on TikTok. And again, if you are interested in getting in some of the sessions here, if you want me to run some games for you, go over and check me out over on startplaying.games/Risen Gaia. I need to put a link in here, but haven't set that up yet. And yeah, we'll try to get you in some and have some fun with you as well. But until then, see y'all next week. Now let's see who is currently available. I don't see Blue Cottage here, but that's somebody. Make sure we're muted, and I think I've done them before, and I don't think they stuck around. So, here is someone that I have looked at before, and I think they're pretty nice. All right, so we're gonna kick it over here, and damn, I hate the way this thing works sometimes. Give me a second. Make it the most difficult way. This should be so much faster and easier. Almost there. Bear with me, y'all. We want to show some love. All right, gathering up. There's only a couple of y'all left here, but still, go over, say hi, show some love, and we will catch everybody next week. Counting down 3, 2, 1, and there we go. Peace.
Thanks, everybody.
Peace.
You made it hard. I don't know if I want to leave Torin because he's got feet.